Hi, and welcome to Mr. Rogers and his Magic Kingdom. You know, I like you little boys and girls, especially little boys. Can you say homosexual? I like the way you say that. So, hey, like, today's October 22nd, 1980, and it's funny, at work today, I was writing Q-Rex, and all day long I was writing October 21st or October 12th. Kept on getting that mixed up. So I got pissed off. I just remembered that I forgot to fix it. So I'm gonna write down here in my little paper what date this is. 10, 22, 80, 0. So, I was listening to a tape that I made before, a long time ago with Mitch, in, not with apartment, and it was a conversation between him and me. And I noticed the difference between when I talk with somebody, the way that sounds, and when I'm just talking to you. And it's really a difference. I sound like pretty arrogant, I don't think I have that problem too much anymore. I don't know if it's from the A or from Shirley, but I think I have my head together pretty much more than I used to. I'm trying to go back to school in January if I can get a car. See, like, Mr. lives across the street. I used to babysit for him. And he had a Chevy Impala and a Toyota Celica station wagon that he wanted to sell, right? So he wanted $450 for each. And he told me this one morning before I was waiting for a ride to work, and I didn't think he was serious because I could never tell when he's serious. And a couple days later, my dad said that he was serious. He wants to sell them to me. So since my car was broken down, it's still in the James Way Shopping Center. It's been there for 6 months. I figured like after work I'd go over there and talk to him. And only wasn't there. So the next day he still wasn't there, and then I found out that he was in Brazil for a year on an architectural job. So I found the guy that's taking care of his house, and he said that the Chevy Impala was sold, but the guy that bought the Chevy didn't want the Toyota. So I looked at it, I got the keys from this dude, and I looked at it and drove it around, and it seems like it's alright. It's kind of, it doesn't look too hot, but it drives alright. And there's a couple problems, like the windshield has a small crack in it, which might spread. Either way, though, it might keep it from passing inspection. So it'll be $100 to replace that if they see the crack. And the motor that runs the windshield wiper blades is broken, which will cost $100, I think my dad said, to fix that. That's $200 there. And also the water pump might be going bad. It sounds funny. So I figure $450 for the car, and maybe $250 or so for repairs. It's $700 plus the insurance. My first payment will be $250. So it's almost $1,000 I'm going to sink into this car just to get on the road. It's not really worth that much. So I wrote to Brazil, and I'm offering him, because that's where it's weird. So I'm offering him $350, and I'll see if he'll take it. This other dude has a bill of sale and everything, so I can always, once I get the letter, I can verify what he said, and I can buy it through this guy. But it's weird because I was going to call him first. I got the number, and I just called him up, right? And it took all this time to get through. Finally got to the hotel, and the lady goes, hello, Hotel Gadorba, can I help you? And I think she was talking different language first, but I said, can I speak to... I said, yes, that's right. Just 1 minute, please, So it rang. And it's not a ring, it's like instead of a ring, it's like, bow, bow, just a noise. So there's no answer, and she got back on the line, and she goes, there is no answer, can I take message? I said, no, that's okay, I'll call back later. There's no sound, right? No response there. So I said, I'll call back later. She says, good night. I said, good night. She says, I said, what'd I say? I don't know. I said good night. I said goodbye. And she goes, good night. And so I spent, for that whatever time it was that I talked to her, I spent $5.50 talking to some lady that didn't understand a word I was saying and never got through to Mr. So I'm waiting for his letter to come back. I sent him a letter. Let's see. I've been doing a lot of A last year. I started and since then I've done it about, it's hard to tell. For a while there I was going crazy with it. I did it a few times a week. But I'd say a total of a few times with Shirley. I don't know, 15, maybe 20 times, I guess. At least 15, I'd say. And It's hard to tell if it's left any change. I don't know, but it's cool. I don't think it's damaged anything. Like I'm sitting here, my dad's in the house somewhere, and like I hear the dog. I don't know if it's my father or not. I don't know if it feels funny to have him walking if I'm doing this. Let's see. So I'm working and I'm gonna pick up. This weekend, Friday, I got the day off. This is Wednesday. Friday, we're leaving about 10 in the morning to for the weekend to see my brother. And my parents will drop me off on campus, and I'll take off, see relatives, So I'll party with the whole weekend. And then we'll go back Sunday. So it's surely me 6 months Saturday, and I won't be there with her for it. Which would be a bitch, but everything, it's alright. It's cool. So she doesn't have a car, I don't have a car. Her mother rented a car. And I told Shirley not to drive with her too much because her mom drinks, and she's got drunk. She lost a license once drunk driving, and I don't want anything to happen to Shirley. And so I'm going to get a ride over there with my dad in about a half hour or so. And from the I'll get my check cash, get a 6-pack or something. And then from the Shirley's mom will pick her up, and I'm going to spend the night there. And then Thursday go to work. Probably maybe spend the night Thursday night. But that's only if my dad will come over and pick me up Friday to go to. I doubt if he will. And I was even I don't know. Like I want to see my brother, but I want to stick around with Shirley this weekend because like I spend the weekends at her house, and I'll wake up and her mom works Saturday and Sunday, so like we all that time for ourselves in the morning until like 3 in the afternoon or so. And what was I gonna say there? So like I want to see my brother, but I also want to be with Shirley for the weekend, even though I see her every weekend. And I don't know, I trust her, but I think deep down inside I'm afraid that she might be with some other guy or something. And I know nothing would happen if she was, but I kind of feel funny leaving her, not know, because I know she can't trust me, and maybe I think therefore that I can't trust her even though I can. But I don't know. I'd like to spend the weekend with her, and but then again I want to see my brother and go to for a weekend. It's weird. And plus, without Shirley's car, like I can't see her all the time, so I kind of look forward to the weekends. But there'll be other weekends. Got a cold here I've had for about a week. Her brother's got pneumonia, double pneumonia. He's in the hospital. I don't know if I said that in the last thing. These are really screwed up here, these tapes. Like, the first one is complete. I've labeled them insanity, okay? So the first one's been completed, and the second one, I've got the list here. The tape I'm on right now, like side 114 is like 79 and 80. Side 132 is 79. Side 232 is 79. I did a lot of recording in that. And then this side, I'm just starting now. And then I've got the other two after this. So like it's not going to be in any kind of order until I finish like up all these tapes. Let's see. You should see this room. It looks really sharp. I got all these posters in the walls, it's covering up most of the wall. Like, right here, I got Yes album, Lenny Bruce, a couple things here. Some Airplane stuff in Chicago, and Beatles, Pink Floyd, the wall, that little piece of paper that comes in the cover of the album. Rolling Stone cover. The other wall, I got all this other crap that, like, it's a mixture of my and Gregory's stuff. And the other wall, the posters are all crooked and shit, like they're not hanging straight, they're all at angles. And I got this thing. It's Bill Graham Presents in San Francisco. Jefferson Airplane, Grateful Dead, for Friday August the 12th, and Saturday August 13th at the Fillmore Auditorium. Is that west or east? Hold on a second. Well, it must be west. Yeah, San Francisco, right? Because east, I know it was a San Francisco thing, and the Dead in the Airplane are San Francisco. But it's an original copy from the 60s, late 60s. It looks really good. I bought it for $3.50. It's not worth much, but it looks really sharp. It's got psychedelic lettering that you used to use for all those posters in the 60s, I think Bill Graham especially used them. I read this book, No One Here Gets Out Alive, Jim Morrison biography. It's really good. It's not really, I don't think it's written all that well, but it's informative. And it's a biography. I like biographies. All about Jim Morrison, and he may be alive. Nobody really knows. Not too much music interests me anymore. Even the Doors kind of wearing thin. I think I'm gonna start getting into jazz. It's good music, it's I don't know. Rock, it's not much going on in rock anymore. New wave, I don't like too much. Punk, I don't like. It's not too much I like. Billy Joel, and I don't know. Listen like to the Doors and the Airplanes, my favorite groups. Later on.